I drive for you,
You give me a time and a place. I give you a 5-minute window.
anything happens in that 5 minutes and I'm yours, no matter what. I don't sit in while you're running it down. I don't carry a gun. I drive.
Drive, motherfucker, drive!
Get out of the way! I'm trying to drive here.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, and he does drive, boy. Ryan Gosling, that dude is just smooth, man.
Oh, here we go again.
I'm sorry.
Is he your new man crush?
Man, didn't you see as the picture, the fold-out from Teen Beat magazine up on his wall?
You took down the one from your ceiling, huh?
No, it's still there. Yeah,
There's too many spots on it.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, ain't no point even trying to hide it. No point even trying to fight it. I love Ryan Gosling.
He keeps
all right,
writing Korey Gosling on his notebook.
No, I keep writing Korey plus Gosling on my notebook.
And on trees and walls.
They just make this dude smoother in every movie, man. And it doesn't help that they always put him in nice clothes and put him in sexy cars, and he can drive really well. And the dude is so smooth in this movie. He don't even have a name. He's just the driver.
He's just drive guy?
No, that's too many. That's too
he's
complicated.
just driver.
Driver.
Not only does he not have a name, but I think he speaks 13 syllables throughout this entire movie. I mean, this guy is so smooth that he don't even talk. He just stares at you.
Yeah,
he says a few words in his accent, and then he stares at you.
Shit, if I look
And he
like Ryan-
drives.
If I look like Ryan Gosling, I would expend as little energy as possible. I'd be like, pussy, now. Food, now.
No.
And it would work.
All his energy is expended on the solo flex.
Yeah. No, Ryan Gosling is that guy. He don't have to talk. Ryan Gosling, his pickup line is just come into a bar and just stare at a bitch. And in the bar, she'll start taking off her clothes. That's when he talks. He's like, no, wait.
Like Dracula or something.
Well, the problem is like all the women start taking off their clothes, and then he's got like a zombie thing going on, and it can be frustrating. You got to watch out if you have the power of Gosling.
Yeah, boy.
No, man. Dracula be like, his science is too tight.
I know. Shit, Dracula be behind the chick taking his cape off, and Ryan Gosling, no, not you. Oh, her right here. Okay, go ahead, man. Why not? But man, Ryan Gosling, he really is a guy that I think has not risen to that leading man status that I think he deserves. I mean, yeah, everybody says The Notebook, but after The Notebook, he's a guy that likes to do a lot of independent movies, a lot of movies that test more of his dramatic range than anything else. Now, he just came out of a comedy not too long ago.
Oh yeah,
a dramatic comedy.
Well,
You wish
crazy,
he came out
with
in a
Crazy
comedy.
Stupid Love.
Son of a bitch! You leave Ryan alone. No, what was this?
That Crazy Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid Love.
Well, right before that, it was Blue Valentine, where he was like the complete opposite of the character he is in Drive or in these movies where he's smooth.
He's clearly an actor with range.
Right, but it's almost like in Blue Valentine, he played a character who was so pathetic and lovesick that he was losing his hair. So he just said like, all right, now I'm not going to do that shit for a while because I don't want that tag on me. I need to be the smooth motherfucker. So Crazy Stupid Love, yeah, he's the gigolo, walks in, does exactly what you said. Women just start taking their clothes off in the club.
At least he wasn't playing the jackass that was pretending the real doll was his actual girlfriend.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I nearly wrote him off as a human forever because I sat through that damn movie.
Thank you. That's one of the few Ryan Gosling movies where I didn't enjoy.
Because he was cheating on you.
Exactly. I felt jealous. I was like, you don't get no more real than this right here.
You think about mailing yourself to him and just not talking and acting real stiff.
Standing as still as I can. The only thing is moving my eyes when he starts looking. But man, this movie. The reason why I'm bringing up where he chooses dramas over comedies or he chooses more independent films is because this is a film where it was only greenlit as an independent movie. Universal wanted it at one time, closely after the book came out in 2005, and then they decided to bring it back and make it more of an independent action film.
This was based on a book?
This is based on a book.
It's got to be a really short book.
With a character who's so unverbose, as you're saying, I'm just having trouble picturing it. It all just, and then the car went fast.
Honestly, yeah. Really, he doesn't talk very much. There's a lot of spaces where characters just stare at each other, especially him and Carey Mulligan. And then the plot is very simple, so it couldn't have been that thick of a book.
Yeah, and it came out in 2005. James Salas is the name of the author, and Universal wanted to make it a blockbuster, and then they scaled it back, and they didn't choose a director first. They chose Ryan Gosling, and they said, and when Ryan Gosling came on, they said, okay, we got a star. Ryan, who do you want to direct? And that's when he chose the director, who was pretty much, at least in America, is an independent director, the guy that directed Bronson.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Nicholas Refn? Is that how you say it?
Yeah. What's his name? I can't say his name. Nicholas Wing-a-ling-a-ding Refn. No, Nicholas Winding Refn.
Okay, right.
And I know he's made a lot of movies, but Bronson, I think, is an incredible film. I think it's an incredible performance by Tom Hardy, which is why I was like really kind of I guess curious to see how Ryan Gosling would play this, which he's total opposite of a leading character like Bronson. He is very quiet. And you're right, the plot is very simple. I mean, it's more of a premise. It's a heist gone wrong movie. Ryan Gosling plays a nameless driver who this dude he loves cars so much. He has 3 jobs that works cars. I think they even didn't show his 4th job was driving an ice cream truck. Man,
I want to see him kick some ass in that ice cream truck.
He's got a V6 up in that bad boy.
Like Mario Kart.
The kid ain't got the right chain, tries to run off. He just runs the kid down.
I think I saw that on Top Gear. Yeah.
All of a sudden, Pop Goes the Weasel changes to like a racing theme. But he has 3 jobs. He's a mechanic at a garage. Then he kind of has a part-time job being a stuntman, crashing cars in Hollywood productions. And then at night, he moonlights as a driver for
a getaway driver.
Yeah, getaway driver for.
Don't forget, 4th job. They're trying to get him to be a stock car driver as well.
Yeah, Jamaican.
I know. Even then, he
The world's
took it.
blondest Jamaican.
Yeah, he's like, I like cars, but goddamn, can I breathe a little bit?
I wouldn't come to you with this unless I was absolutely sure about it.
How can you be sure, Shannon? What do you got that the big professional race teams don't?
I got the driver.
You just told me they had half a dozen drivers.
Not like this one. This kid is special. Been working with him for a while. I've never seen anything like it. I had the money, I'd back him myself.
Yeah, but you don't have the money.
Mr. Rose, you put this kid behind the wheel. There's nothing he can't do.
He takes a job where it goes wrong, like mostly in all film noir films, which is
pretty
what
much. You see a job happen in a film, you know it's gonna go
Yeah,
wrong.
it's gonna go
Unless
wrong.
it's Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
exactly.
Unless George Clooney is leading the team, it's gonna go
And
wrong.
it was a setup the whole time to have him take a hit, to pretty much have him take the heat off whoever set the job up originally. And it's the movie. I like their approach to this kind of action film. I'm glad it wasn't a blockbuster, because it's a very artistic film. They know that they have a simple premise. So they said, well, what can we do with this? We'll just amp up all the visuals in this. It's a very subdued film. And
Really?
and at the beginning, I thought that was a big problem, because I was like, this is for a movie that's called Drive. It ain't got any. And either in momentum or in action scenes or actual driving. But as you begin to watch the movie, the subtlety in this movie, you begin to, where it starts out as slow and boring, it becomes very intense and almost creepy. And you begin to realize that this is a movie. You're watching an insane person ready to snap every 10 or 15 minutes. So and that becomes so intense that you begin to sweat when it gets too quiet.
So it sounds like, since it was an indie film, they didn't have the opportunity, fortunately, to let the spectacle of big chase sequences get in the way of the tension and the drama.
Honestly, it felt more to me like that was never the intention. I mean, everything in the movie felt very deliberate and artistic. That's exact description I kept thinking of it. It reminded me. It has such an 80s feel. It reminded me of movies by Paul Schrader. I just kept thinking about hardcore and stuff like Cat People. Just this kind of look and feel it had about it.
Well, didn't it have an 80s electro synth?
Yes,
pop
exactly.
soundtrack?
There's so many things to reinforce that. But you know what? It's one of those movies where it's slow, but I was never bored. It's just it's slow, but it's intense. But the thing is, it has a great opening. It opens with him doing one of his getaway jobs, and it's so methodical. And he has to work it in a way where you totally buy it. If you're gonna be a driver and do this professionally, this is what you got to do. This is how this guy has to handle it.
The biggest influences for this movie. It's funny you should say 80s films, because some of the biggest influences for the movie are things like Steve McQueen's Bullet,
nice,
and Point Blank, and the character itself,
like the Lee Marvin
Marvin movie, yeah.
Nice.
And the character itself is supposed to be a mixture of a lot of things. One of the things that I liked in the movie, as far as the actor or the actress went, but didn't really think it worked well with Ryan Gosling was Carey Mulligan.
Oh,
as the neighbor Irene.
Yeah.
Because she plays sort of a romantic interest. She's the driver's neighbor's two doors down or something. A single mother whose husband is in jail. And okay, you got Ryan Gosling who's looking like he's been sniffing airplane glue or something. He's the man with no name, as we say. He's supposed to come in and kind of be stoic and quiet. But when him and Carey Mulligan get together, she's kind of the same way. And they sit up there and stare at each other instead of having conversations. You're like, oh, these people retarded or something?
Okay, see, I think you're just mad because you're like, you know what? He's way too hot to be with her.
Bitch, ain't you gonna say something?
It's a tie-in to Blue Valentine.
Yeah,
that's a little.
I just thought
she got a haircut like a boy. If he gonna be with a boy, he could be with me. I think I gotta say, as much as I've been talking about like how
sounded
much
just like him,
how much he does, like he stares and doesn't talk. It's most of that happens with her, and it's the two of them. And that's when I really liked it. I like the fact that these are two people who don't really know each other. They have an attraction. They're almost like they're like afraid to step forward. You know, you could tell she's got some shit going on. You don't know what it is. And that's why she's kind of like not getting out there. But they just smile at each other like two little kids. And they'll look and stare and smile for 15 minutes and then say, "You gonna pass me the salt?"
Yeah. Like two cats about to fight or something.
But there was something about it. Like I said, it's one of those things where it's totally deliberate. It plays into the artiness of the movie, and it's like you know what? One time a year, I will not only forgive but like something like this, and this was that time.
Well, that's where it went overboard for me. The art, the sensibility that was here. I was like, okay, you don't have to go that far with it, all right? But you can give me some dialogue. Both these people sitting up here just staring at each other like they're high. But I will say this: the saving grace of that for me is that I will prefer that over meaningless bad dialogue.
Exactly.
If I got to hear dialogue that pretty much spoon feeds me how these people feel, I can tell by their by their body language and by the chemistry that they have, even with no words, that they're interested with each other.
Yeah.
I don't need things to say, hey, you're my cute next door neighbor and all that kind of stuff.
Jeez, I wish you were in charge of editing all the Nicholas Sparks movies.
Just turn the sound down.
Silent movies.
What you do is you look at these people, look at each other, pause it, and turn the sound down. You got it. You got this movie right here.
Just put in some good songs. I'll be all right.
And the guy, Oscar Isaacs, who was, I thought he was annoying in something like Sucker Punch, who is the husband of Carey Mulligan here. I thought that guy was really good, man.
He was good, and it's great for like, okay,